courts. If the courts are going to be the ones who are shaping policy, does the president wish he would have just become a judge instead?
I think the president would take this job over being.
The absolutely priceless smile on Karoline Leavitt's beautiful face as she humors Peter Doocy in the White House press briefing room with his latest best question of the day, question of the week maybe. It is Thursday, so we still got one more day. We'll see if there's another question out there from another reporter that can top that one.
We're very pleased with the ruling. We expected it. The bottom line is that our U.S. Trade Representative, Jamieson Greer, is the best trade thinker in the business, that President Trump's case is ironclad, and the appeals court took almost no time at all. In fact, we're surprised it took till the end of the day for them to overturn this previous ruling. The bottom line is that President Trump's trade team has their eyes on the horizon. They understand that we've got to make America great again by making trade deals fair, by advantaging U.S. producers and U.S. farmers when they sell things in foreign markets, and leveling the playing field at home for foreign products that are brought here. And so this is a big victory for the president. And I just got to say that you also can see, if you just look at the data, that President Trump's vision is working, that we've received $50 to $60 billion in tariff revenue since we've started the tariffs. Inflation has gone down. In fact, if you think about it, the automakers for foreign auto companies are running ads saying they're not going to increase prices. So it's working exactly the way we thought, and we're very pleased with the decision today.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's me, Kevin, here with The Truth. And I'm so glad you're here to join me because I have some amazing news that I want to share with you. More specifically, as it relates to the future of the Doge cuts and what it means for your bank account, your wallet, your money. And better yet, will we see the stimulus checks? Will we see the Doge dividend, the Trump stimulus tax return, tax refunds? Drop a 1 in the comment if you want that money direct deposited. Drop a 2 if you want a check. Drop a 3 if you want a gift card, debit card. Drop a 4 if you just want to deduct it off your taxes. That way, if you owed some money, they reduce the amount of money you owed the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, for now, for the time being, until they're renamed, revamped to the External Revenue Service, the ERS. Breaking, the White House will be sending a Doge rescission package to Congress on Monday, per Trump budget director Russ Vought. The first cuts will be for foreign aid, USAID and NPR. Keep up the pressure. Codify the Doge cuts. Now we know that Elon Musk's days are numbered. In fact, he's actually done. Reportedly the best government employee we've ever had. And I got to tell you guys, what's the best employee you could ever ask for? Yeah, that's right. The one you don't have to pay. Elon Musk volunteered his time and he actually spent his own to make this happen. Granted, Tesla stock is on the rise, so if you've been rocking with me, then you're probably pretty pleased with these gains that you're seeing in your portfolio. So there's that. If you still don't know how to buy stocks and you want to know, then by all means, feel free to reach out. In the meantime, in between time, I found something that's absolutely amazing and incredible that I want to share with you. And it's called Stay Free. And we're going to do just that, folks. So if you're interested in personal freedom, financial freedom, just freedom in general. And I don't know if you guys saw my video earlier today. It was raining. The sun is out. The birds are chirping. The skies are blue. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day. Michelle and I are about to get ready to get out of here and go hang out, have like a little midweek date day. We also got family in town, so we're going to go hang out with them. But make sure you check out Stay Free. I found it. I became a member. I thought it was an amazing opportunity. And even if we don't get the stimulus checks out of the IRS or the ERS, or Congress doesn't codify Doge's spending cuts and money saving efforts, this will continue on, folks. And I will say this, the folks that are connected in these networks, in these groups, are definitely going to be the ones that are going to see the greatest return. Building passive income streams and getting further invested in building and growing wealth, and, you know, even investing in precious metals like gold and silver. Jumping on the AI train and making AI work for you so that you can make money while you sleep, while also learning more about cryptocurrency ahead of the curve of any potential CBDC or quantum-based computer banking chaos. But hey, maybe I'll see you over there. I put the link in the description. I'll drop it in the pinned comment for you guys as well. And if you see me in the chat, make sure you say what's up.
You know, this was on like the 100th day or so in office, and I could tell he had some frustration with some of the Republicans he'd met in Washington about their lack of enthusiasm for cutting spending. And everybody says they want to do it until you're given a chance to do it. In this particular,
And then it gets hard.
yeah, I mean, in this particular case, I think you can actually do both because of the way the rules of the Congress work. They can't actually do the discretionary piece in the reconciliation bill. They have to do a rescissions package. And my understanding is the Speaker of the House wants to do it. They should do that because the Doge effort is worth codifying. It's worth keeping this flame alive. All Republicans will tell you they want to see wasteful spending cut and they want to see it done on a rolling and permanent basis. So I'm still very grateful for Elon Musk and what they started, but the Congress has to pick up this ball and do it in a different vehicle. You know,
Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that?
Last night, the Trump administration faced another example of judicial overreach. Using his full and proper legal authority, President Trump imposed universal tariffs and reciprocal tariffs on Liberation Day to address the extraordinary threat to our national security and economy posed by large and persistent annual U.S. goods trade deficits. The United States has run a trade deficit of goods every year since 1975. In 2024, our trade deficit in goods exceeded $1 trillion. Everybody agrees this is unacceptable. President Trump is delivering on his promise to fix this problem, and he has taken a long overdue and much needed bold stance for American workers after decades of our manufacturing base being hollowed out. The president's rationale for imposing these powerful tariffs was legally sound and grounded in common sense. President Trump correctly believes that America cannot function safely long-term if we are unable to scale advanced domestic manufacturing capacity, have our own secure critical supply chains, and our defense industrial base is dependent on foreign adversaries. 3 judges of the U.S. Court of International Trade disagreed and brazenly abused their judicial power to usurp the authority of President Trump to stop him from carrying out the mandate that the American people gave him. These judges failed to acknowledge that the President of the United States has core foreign affairs powers and authority given to him by Congress to protect the United States economy and national security. Congress had created the National Emergency Act to provide the congressional framework to strike down improper IEEPA use. And any questions over whether President Trump improperly imposed these IEEPA tariffs were already adjudicated in Congress following Liberation Day. Congress firmly rejected an effort led by Senator Rand Paul and Democrats to terminate the president's reciprocal tariffs. The courts should have no role here. There is a troubling and dangerous trend of unelected judges inserting themselves into the presidential decision-making process. America cannot function if President Trump, or any other president for that matter, has their sensitive diplomatic or trade negotiations railroaded by activist judges. President Trump is in the process of rebalancing America's trading agreements with the entire world, bringing tens of billions of dollars in tariff revenues to our country, and finally ending the United States of America from being ripped off. These judges are threatening to undermine the credibility of the United States on the world stage. The administration has already filed an emergency motion for a stay pending appeal and an immediate administrative stay to strike down this egregious decision. But ultimately, the Supreme Court must put an end to this for the sake of our Constitution and our country.
So, rumor has it that we got a big rescission package, an Elon Musk Doge rescission package coming up. Can you confirm it?
I can. We'll be sending that up on Monday or Tuesday whenever the House is back in session. They will get our first rescissions bill. And again, this has been proposed and we've talked about it. We want to make sure that Congress passes its first rescissions bill, including the Doge, and we will send more if they pass it. And so this is the first one is foreign aid, USAID cuts, many of the waste and garbage that was funding not only wasteful but hurting our foreign policy, but also the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and NPR. We'll be sending that up and we're working with Congress. And we've had good conversations to make sure that they knew what was coming. They had some input as to changes that could be made to make it something that could pass the House. And we're excited for that to occur next week.
Simple.